You know that tune, right? Here's another tune, a little bit obscure. See if you recognize this.
Sing it with us.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Have you ever thought about the fact that Jesus may be smiling down upon you? You know, I know there's times we feel like he might be frowning because we don't always do the right things. I know that. But there are times when I just know he's smiling. And I can think of a couple in my own life. Once I was 9 years old, and I came to the altar, and I knelt down, and I gave my heart to Christ. I really felt, as a 9-year-old, that he was smiling. There was another time, my brothers and I just moved to Nashville, Tennessee. We were young musicians, wondering, where are we going to play in this town? Where was I going to play a classical guitar that already had 10,000 guitar players in Nashville, and they're all good? Matter of fact, when I moved there, someone told me, when you get to Nashville, have the guy at the gas station fill up your car and hand him your guitar, ask him to play. If he's better than you, turn around and go back. And I was surrounded by great players, still am, just amazing players, and I always was surrounded by people like that. Matter of fact, when we were driving from Nashville today on I-40, we were coming up to one of your places down here where they have concerts, And I looked in the billboard and it said Roy Clark. And I remember when I was 18 years old touring with him, and he would sit down and show me so many things on the guitar. So I didn't have formal training, but I had people like Roy and others. And then getting to Nashville, I'm always seeing such great players who will sit down and inspire me. Well, one day the phone rang. We were young musicians in Nashville, and it was a beautiful place called Opryland Hotel. And I knew of the place, but I guess I hadn't been there. And they said, would you like to play your classical guitar at this hotel? A new place we're just opening up called the Cascades Restaurant. Has anyone ever been to Opryland Hotel here? Oh, lots of you have. And they said, would you play here for about anywhere from 4 to 8 hours a day, up to 7 days a week? And I took that job and had it for many years. And I felt like the Lord was smiling on me, because all these players are so much better than me, should have been doing that. But the Lord gave it to me. And it was while I was there, those years, that I would play what people requested. They came up with all kinds of songs and said, would you play this or that? And sometimes I knew it, sometimes I didn't. When I didn't, I said, would you come back tomorrow, and I promise I'll have an arrangement of this song. And that's how I learned a lot of new songs. And so many of the tunes they requested were from World War II. All those songs written then. 1930s and 40s, they asked for a lot of those. So that's the kind of songs I'd play. Beautiful melodies, heart-wrenching melodies of that era. And has anyone ever in this room served in the military, by the way? Any hands? I see a couple. I see a couple more over here. Thank you, folks, for what you did. Thank you. Yes, let's give them a... There's something about that era of the way music was written that just ripped people's hearts out. So I started doing all those kind of songs. And one of them really stuck with me. It's called Smile. And it did because I thought, yes, it's not a song in the hymn book, but Jesus does smile on us, because Psalm 67 says, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you. Boy, that sounds like a smile to me. So we're going to do that tune. Don't bother looking in the hymn book. It's not there. It's an old song. And does anybody know who wrote that, by the way? Woohoo! Who told me that? You're too young to know that. Yes, okay. Well, I don't know of anything else he wrote. Charlie Chaplin, I don't think that. But that one song, I'm taking it out of the secular world and into the church to the glory of God. So we're going to do that for you right now. Did you like Ben's whistling a few minutes ago? Did you like it? All right, he's going to whistle this tune. And can you hit that high note at the end?
I'll try.
All right. Kind of a really up there. So here is the song. Remember, Psalm 67.
Thank you. Yes. Wow. How'd you like to hear that kind of music on a Caribbean cruise? We're hosting our second one this coming January out of Mobile. Pick up the brochures at our table afterwards, and we'll be with other great artists and speakers, including Jerry Nelson is one of the artists. Toller Brothers, Terry Toller, Stan Toller. You know, I'd like to do something I rarely do. I got to do this a few weeks ago in the Smoky Mountains. Now, when I go to the Smoky Mountains and I attend church, I drive about 3 minutes to get to church, and I have to do everything acoustic and unplugged because they have no sound system there. So I thought I'd demonstrate this whistle for them. You know, it's good to try to think of things that you are thankful for. I'm thankful for beautiful trees that provide shade in the summer, beauty in the fall and spring, and that some of them provide good food, like the English walnut tree, which provides walnuts, which I love, but it also provided this beautiful Navajo Indian wood whistle, which is made out of English walnut. And so I'm going to open up with a poem. This is a poem we grew up with. It used to hang framed in our home up in Illinois. And it's by Joyce Kilmer. Joyce is a man, by the way. I just learned that. Joyce Kilmer, my favorite poem called Trees. And then I'll demonstrate this. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray, a tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. Hopefully you could hear that. That's the quietest whistle I have up here. As you see on the screen, that is one of our CDs. That CD is called Walk in the Forest. That has all the rowdy tunes on it for you rowdy people out there. By the way, who do you suppose traveled the farthest to get here tonight? I think I know. I met some folks out in the lobby beforehand, and I believe their last name is Hamilton. Are the Hamiltons here? Where are you? Hamilton? Right there. There you are. They traveled all the way from Tyler, Texas to be here. Give them a hand. Make them welcome. Isn't that awesome? Wow. That has Fly to the Bumblebee on that CD. It's got I Saw the Light. It'll have our final selection on it as well. And then we have more of the meditative songs, CDs. One is called The Passion, and that has classical hymns, songs like Shenandoah with Behold the Lamb. And then we have the Christmas CDs. We've got the Mannheim Steamroller Sound. We've got the Smooth Jazz Christmas. Speaking of smooth jazz, we also have smooth jazz CDs that are romantic dinner music. Great for cleaning the kitchen. So if you buy one CD, you pay regular retail, $15. But if you get all 7 of them, you get them for $10 a piece. But that would also include our live concert DVD that has everything on it, including the whistling. All right. Do you have anything before we take offering?
I think we're good to go.
Okay, we're good to go. Let's bring Nate up here. Will you make Nate welcome? It's actually Nathan. It's not Nate.
I go by many names, and those are 2 of the nicest. Well, I think I actually met a couple of folks that traveled even further than Tyler, Texas. Ben and John drove all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, just to be here today, to be here tonight. So they win the record. So they filled up their van and loaded up with thousands of dollars worth of equipment and took their time to come be here today and didn't even charge us for it. They are here to minister, and we are going to give them a love offering. And I don't want us to take advantage of their generosity. So I hope that you will be generous tonight and help to contribute towards their ministry so that they can continue to share their beautiful music and the love of God with people all across the country. Who should we make the check out to Mustang Church of the Nazarene, and we'll count and write them 1 check. So that way they don't have to carry, 57 checks. So, yeah, Mustang Church of the Nazarene for checks, and it will all go to the Birchfield Brothers tonight. So, ushers, we've got a great crowd of ushers tonight. Some of our ushers in training here. Go ahead and come on forward, ushers. And Ben and John have one more song for us, and
I like the ushers.
Aren't they good looking?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, only the best. Only the best for tonight.
Oh, yes.
So those are some great ushers. So make those plates nice and heavy for them. They like that. All right, let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this evening. Thank you so much for this time that we've had together and for your presence that we have felt here with us tonight, Lord. I thank you for the gift of music that you've given to us and the power that it has to bring us closer to you. Thank you for Ben and John, and just ask, Lord, that you would continue to have your hand upon them and their ministry, and would you just use them in even more incredible ways as you have been doing their entire lives. Bless this offering. May it just go to further your kingdom as the Birchfield Brothers minister in your name. I love you. Amen.
so much. Come on up here, Nathan. Thank you, everybody. Have a blessed night. Nathan?
Thank you so much. Let's hear it one more time for the Birchfield brothers. Thank you so much, John and Ben. It has been a blessing to have you again. Always a pleasure, and hope to see you again soon. Hasn't it been great to be together this evening? Well, it does not have to be over. We have a great group of folks that have been slaving away all afternoon in the kitchen, making Mexican stack-up, I believe they called it. That's beyond my culinary expertise, but I imagine it involves meat and cheese and tortilla and lots of wonderful things. I do know it's homemade and delicious. So we hope that you will just make your way across the foyer and join us for our Work and Witness Cafe. All the proceeds go to fund our next mission trip in Paraguay, and so we hope to see you over there. Thank you. You're dismissed.